just part of our second little conversation with the community, thought it appropriate to just raise the issue of the emergency pipeline and bores from the aquifer of Billimari into Cowra. This is something that Council has been looking at for quite some time in terms of providing emergency water sources and security for Cowra and our community. The state government has provided $10 million in funding, and that's allowed Council to put down a couple of bores in the Billimari aquifer, set up pump stations, and now in the process of bringing pipes back into Cowra to the pump station on the river, where it'll be able to be pumped up then as part of the ordinary pumping regime to the water treatment plant, and then obviously then reticulated back to the community. The conditions of the access to the aquifer are very strict, and will be for emergency supplies only, and they will remain within Cowra. They're limited to a small number of years in 10, about 2,000 meg licence when it's used, but it will also be accessed when there is almost a cease to flow in the river. So it will be for emergency security, long-term thinking by Council, which I think is a good plan to enable this community to grow and to expand. Water will become something that is quite precious, and Cowra will have good water security, unlike perhaps some of the communities around us. Good water security which will enable us to grow and to develop, and the water security will become an imperative as we move forward. And of course, there's still speculation around Wyangla. There just appears to be a real lack of urgency around water security, both in this region, in the Lachlan Valley, and the strategic planning which should be done so we can identify the issues not just around the dam, but the issues of alternate security such as stormwater harvesting and recycling, and how they stack up in terms of the long-term security needs for communities. But Council are very much aware of those concerns, and that's the reason that we've gone down the path of this emergency system coming out of the Billimari aquifer for the Cowra community, not to be transferred to any other areas which is part of the speculation and the gossip.